Hi everybody, it's Diane and I am ready to show you the Halloween journals. They are done. This is Saturday evening and I'm going to schedule this video for Monday morning, so the journals will be listed on Monday morning. When you see the video, the journals will be in the shop. So let me just show you to start right off with that each journal is going to come with extra goodies. So there's some fabric, there's the scraps of paper that I used in the journals, there's a piece of napkin, there's just some other things in there. All my Halloween stuff has been divided, even the washi tape. Somebody sent that to me last year, like all of the washi tape, and I've used it in several journals. I don't remember if I did 2 or 3 journals last year, but I did 2 this year. And I'm ready to pass the washi tape on because I don't plan on doing Halloween journals next year, because I'm giving away all my stuff. So each journal will come with a bag of goodies. So let's just start through this first journal. This is the one that was an encyclopedia, and it has this gorgeous embossed cover. It does not need to be it doesn't need a closure. It stays pretty good by itself. But I put some black seam binding on it in case you put more stuff in it and it starts to get a little chunky. So this one is quite large. It measures 7.5 across by almost 10.5 tall. So that's a good sized journal. I was able to keep the spine intact. I gave it a hidden spine, a hidden binding spine, so you can't see the stitches, and there's the back of it. I put a label on there. This is one of Rachel's labels from Roxy Creations on Etsy, and here is the little piece of chipboard that I sewed the signatures to and then glued into the spine. So I'm just going to go through. I used Seneca Pond Crafts Something Wicked, and I tell you, that is a big kit. I will point things out that came from the kit so you can see how many different things are in that kit. So this is one of them. I sewed some rickrack here. I sewed these 2 pages together to make the page long enough for this large journal. And that's just a die cut. It was cut out of embossed paper. It's got bones embossed on it. I don't know if you can see that. That was also sent to me in a Happy Mail last year. I cut these little jack-o'-lanterns out of a vintage children's book, sewed some black lace to the edge of this paper, and this is from Graphic 45. This is a genuine vintage poison label from Hill's Drug Store in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. So each signature has a vintage poison label. There are 2 different kinds, oxalic acid and ammonia something. So this is one of the pages from the kit. So you can see the size of it is quite small compared to this large book. This would be a great size for a normal size journal. But so I surrounded it with lots of larger pages. And it has the lined paper that you can print on the back. So I did that on all of the pages, except for one, but I'll show you what I did, and that's in the other book. This is an embossed paper that I received in a Happy Mail last year, and it has bats on it. And it was black. You can see it on the back. I rubbed different colors of paint on there, and it's kind of shiny. And some of the paint that I used kind of went over the edge, but I left it there because it looks eerie and creepy, so I think it's fine for a Halloween journal. This is a 6x6 paper that looks like marble, which I stitched to an 8x8 Tim Holtz Halloween paper. And you'll see the rest of that paper on the other side. I'm not sure where I got this paper. I don't think this is from this kit, but I had it in my stash already printed, so I used it. And then I made this little pocket with a cut off piece of scrapbook paper, and this little tabbed card is from the kit, and there are quite a few of those cards on that one sheet. This is not from this kit, and I did a video in this series showing where I got this. I don't know if this was Rowan Tree Designs or I forgot the antique, no, it's not Antique Papery, but anyway, I showed on the other video where I got some of the other items. This is from the old design shop. And I showed on a video, again, where I stenciled and rubbed ink on it to creep it up a little bit. This is from the kit. It's a double tag. It's printed where you cut it out as one tag and then fold it and make it one tag. But you could cut it in half, and you get 3 tags on the page, and they're all different. The front and the back are different. So you could cut them in half and have 6 different tags. And then this envelope is from the kit too. I printed this on parchment paper. I left it open so you can just write on it like a little letter. So I stenciled on this page because it was white. This is a sticker. This is from the kit. I used some fabric to make some flips. There's some cheesecloth there. This is the other side of the Tim Holtz paper. This little pocket is from the kit. You get quite a few of those, and they all have an Edgar Allan Poe quote. A couple more flashcards from the old design shop. The tabs came from the kit. Just love this paper. There's some washi and some little bat stickers. This came from the kit. It's called Haunted Windows or Spooky Windows or something like that, and I printed this one on vellum and then I just stapled it to the top. The envelopes, I think these are called coin envelopes, and they came with the kit. There's 2 of them. They're quite large, and then I just took a scrap, cut off scrap, inked the back of it, rounded the corners and put a witch sticker on it and tucked it right in there. And I'm using a paper clip with a charm on it, a bead on it, to clip that on there. There's a piece of fabric with big gray rickrack. There's a vintage American Greetings. I don't know how old this is, but I got it. I don't even remember where I got it. Anyway, it's a Halloween card. So I just tucked that in there. And I made this tag, and I showed a video of making these tags with the Tim Holtz images. And then this is a photograph that I got at a flea market that didn't turn out right, so he looks headless and she looks very ghostly too, so I put that in here. It was in a box of stuff at the flea market. So the second signature again has a stitched together paper, and this portion of a page from the kit that I just glued on as a pocket, and this is a cutoff from the scrapbook paper that I just tucked in there. This is from the kit. There's some lace on the edge of that paper. Ammonia water, that's the other poison sticker. And here's one of those haunted, spooky windows. And this one I did print on vellum, but then I glued it to white cardstock, so it could be a journaling card. Here's one of the tags, the double-sided tags in a little pocket. Poe's Dead and Breakfast. This one has a double pocket again, and there's one of the tabbed cards that I used. Sewed it on here as another pocket, and then I used one as a journaling card. And this was in my stash. That's a different printable, I think, but it's from last year. And there's one of the haunted Victorian pictures. And that's not from the kit. Another fabric flip. Another tab there. This is a vintage trick-or-treat bag, and I just used a coffee-dyed large index card and put a tab on it. Tucked in there. This is a printable with a pharmacist label, and then that's a vintage orange ticket. This pocket came with the kit, I believe, And this is a napkin that I Mod Podged onto another large index card. Just tuck that in there. I sewed here and here to because the things in there wanted to slide around. There was so much room in there. And there's another of the tags that I made and another Halloween card. Third signature, again, has a pocket on the front there. And this is another one that I don't know where it came from. I had it already printed in my stash. And here's one of the haunted windows. And it's on vellum, but it's glued to coffee-dyed paper. There's one of the haunted Victorians. This library pocket came with the kit. And so did this. It says The Witch is In. And these came with the kit also, I think. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're some of the other printables that I printed from another place. Don't remember. There's another poison label. And another of the windows printed on vellum this time. There's some washi tape here. Lots of room to write in here and lots of places to tuck photographs or glue photographs on these printed pages. There's another fabric flip with the candy corn rickrack that I put on there. This is vintage rickrack. I just put it on there in the same order of color as a candy corn. This is a Tim Holtz paper, and there's Edgar Allan Poe right there. So there's another of the pockets with one of his quotes. And there's the double-sided tag. And this was sent to me in a Happy Mail. It's a crow that was cut out of cardboard and it was painted. Maybe it was cut out of black cardstock, but it's got some gold shimmer on it. It's really cool. I like it. Another trick-or-treat bag that's vintage. It has this really cool pebbly texture. And then here's another of the coin envelopes. And this one, I made a tag out of one of Gail Agostinelli's lace, coffee-dyed lace paper. I'm not sure what it's called, lace coffee-dyed paper. They're gorgeous. She has a set of these coffee-dyed papers that she has a lace design on in her shop, and I just thought it went well with the Gothic haunted house kind of thing going on in this book. So I sewed that to coffee-dyed paper. It's clipped on with another bead dangle paper clip. There's another library pocket there. Here's another of the envelopes from the kit that opens up. You could glue it shut if you want to make it an envelope, but it's pretty close up here. Maybe it's supposed to be opened up like a letter. If it was an envelope, you'd have to cut some of that off so you could actually have room to put something in there. And a couple more ghosty pictures. And then there's the back. So this one is just going to be the embossed Halloween journal. This one will be called Witchful Thinking. This is from the kit. And it was a plain black cover that I put copper paint on. And then I made this collage with this vintage silver doily that it was so vintage that the foil peeled right off it and left a little bit on the edges, but I just loved the color that was left behind. And I put a new smaller silver doily there, so that way the silver is over here too. And then she's printed from the kit, and I just punched out a couple of shapes and added one of the poison labels. There's a label here. I don't know where that came from. I don't remember. So I made this image, ghostly window, into a pocket. And here's another of those spooky looking photographs. I'm sure they're just normal people, but the photograph didn't turn out very well. So I thought they looked kind of spooky. I'll put her in there too. This came out of a vintage children's book, Jack-o'-lanterns. poison label. I'll just go through this book quickly because it's pretty much the same. There's another, this is a long tag that I really liked, and I just glued it onto this flap. It's one of the haunted Victorian images. If you go back and watch all of my process videos, you'll see more information on those other printables that aren't Seneca Pond Crafts. This, I'm not sure where I got this. I think somebody may have sent that to me. It's just a little Halloween frame, so I just glued it there, or clipped it there, so you can take it off and put a picture behind it and glue it wherever you'd like. The vellum picture there. There's the coin envelope. What kind of tag is in this one? It's another one of Gail's coffee dyed lace pages. It prints out a full page. I just cut it into strips to make the little tags out of it. And here is the last of those spooky pictures. Lots of fun stuff in this pocket. Trick or treat, that says there. Happy Halloween. Broom rides. Trick or treat bag. I had 3 trick or treat bags left, so the other journal got 2 and this one only got 1. There's a spooky image with the orange vintage coupon there. Again, I sewed down these edges, and there's a Halloween card and a Halloween tag that I made. I just love this paper, digital paper kit. This is a scrap, and here's a page. I think it's the other half of this page, actually. You can journal on that. There goes my voice getting all croaky again. She's just stapled on there. Library pocket with some fun tags tucked in. This was sent to me in that Happy Mail that had all the Halloween stuff last year, and it was on, I think it's on a cereal box or something. But I glued it down, and it had this stamped on it, Beware Evil Ahead, and it had some holes punched in it. So I added the eyelets, and then I just stenciled a little bit on it to give it some texture, and it's on this embossed gray cardstock with bones on it. I just rubbed a little black ink on that to make the bones stand out more. There's a piece of that foil that came off of the doily. There's a raven napkin piece that I Mod Podged. This is the page that didn't get the lines printed on it, so I stenciled on it. Let's see what the other half looked like. I forgot to point that out to you. Where is it? There it is. It's this one. So I stenciled on it and then added the doily, and then I added this. And the Mod Podge made this color come through, but I think it looks pretty cool. Tim Holtz paper. Maybe this book got 2 trick-or-treat bags. I'm confused. Anyway, you saw where they were. And there's the other coin envelope and another library pocket with the envelope that opens up. So these journals were fun to make, and they are ready in time for you to get them for Halloween and fill them up with your Halloween memories. Thank you for watching. I will have these listed in my shop by the time you see this video. So I hope you'll come on over and take a look. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.